This is Dr. Keith Henry with another quick wellness news nugget. Hope you're doing good today. If you haven't listened before, I am a naturopathic doctor and I find news articles that have come out during the day or the week and I give a quick wellness news nugget. I just give my commentary on them from the perspective of a natural practitioner. Today's article is taken from the website livescience.com. And it's entitled Heartburn Drug Found to Contain Traces of Cancer-Causing Chemical. The article says the chemical known as NDMA was formerly used in making rocket fuel. And it says the article goes on to point out how U.S. health officials have found low levels of potentially cancer-causing chemical in a popular heartburn drug. Namely, the drug is Zantac. And so here we have Zantac, which is used for heartburn. And now we've been told that that now it has a chemical in it that is carcinogenic or cancer causing. This article goes on to also say that this chemical was formerly used in making rocket fuel, which is amazing to me. Now, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration announced that Zantac was found to contain a contaminant called nitrosodimethylamine or NDMA, which is the same chemical that was found in heart and blood pressure medication last year, says our article, sparking numerous recalls of those affected drugs. It says the NDMA is classified as a probable human carcinogen, or that means it probably causes cancer in human beings. And because it has been found to cause cancer in animal studies, and that's the reason it's been diagnosed or classified rather as a probable human carcinogen. The article says the chemical forms as a byproduct of certain industrial processes, and it was formerly used in the production of rocket fuel, according to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. It is found in low levels in drinking water and in some foods, including certain meat and dairy products. The article says right now the FDA is not recommending any recalls, nor is the agency telling consumers to stop taking the drug. The FDA is investigating whether the low levels of NDMA found in the drug pose a health risk to patients. It goes on, the article says further that although NDMA may cause harm in large amounts, the levels that the FDA is finding of this drug from preliminary tests barely exceed amounts you might expect to find in common foods. And this was a quote from Dr. Janet Woodcock, director of the FDA Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. And the article finally says individuals taking prescription versions of the drug who want to stop using the drug should talk with their healthcare provider first, according to the FDA. And people taking over-the-counter versions of the drug could consider using a different over-the-counter drug for their condition, as there are multiple drugs approved for the same or similar uses. No way would I recommend taking it. How this drug, how something that was formerly used for making rocket fuel will end up in a drug to be consumed by humans purposely is amazing to me, and I would not take these recommendations. That the warning is coming out from the FDA, but yet they're not pulling it off of the market. Just remember that there are a lot of money involved in the pharmaceutical industry, hundreds of billions of dollars involved in the pharmaceutical industry, and that kind of money buys you influence. And so remember, all the research that come out with respect to the FDA and the revolving door with pharmaceutical executives and their close ties with congressmen and senators. Just understand, there's no way if they're given a warning that this drug potentially is it can cause cancer, and yet they're not pulling it off of the market. I would say use common sense, and I wouldn't even recommend using another drug, a heartburn drug. One of the first things you should consider if you do have heartburn is to make sure you're drinking enough water. Many times people who have heartburn are simply dehydrated. As amazing as that may sound, it's true. And sometimes it may take a little while to get rehydrated. Sometimes it may take 4 to 6 weeks to fully rehydrate. Sometimes not that long, but I would recommend the first thing you should do is make sure that you're not dehydrated before starting to take these dangerous and cancer-causing, potentially probable You know, they didn't say possible, they say it's probable that it causes cancer in human beings. That, I would think, would be enough if they're actually protecting the public to take this drug off the market. Thank you for joining me again at this quick wellness news nugget. Until next time, this is Dr. Keith Henry. Take care.